We're going to take a look at Token Druid today. Token Druid, definitely a tier 1 deck in this meta. Excellent deck for climbing, in my opinion. If you're going for a personal best finish on the ladder this season, then Token Druid deck is definitely a deck that can help you get there. So we're going to hop into a game and see what we find. Hopefully not a priest. Hopefully not a priest. And we get a rogue.
Remember my blades.
Alright, so we're on coin. That's good. What we really want is Gibberling is good, Glowfly Swarm is good here, Fungal Fortunes, and Guess the Weight. And I'm actually going to hold on to the Lunar Eclipse just because it helps to have removal for that one card that draws them cards that escapes. The name escapes me at the moment. But if it comes down, we'll be able to remove it. Not a bad hand here at all. Definitely don't want to play the Gibberling on turn 1. If we do, he's just going to weapon up and hit it and kill it. So we're going to want to save it until we can go off and get a nice wide board. At this point, I would assume that this is probably going to be, I think it's Swindle, where if we play a spell, he's going to draw 2 cards. Really no way around it. So we're just going to play as we normally would, or as the only option because you can't be less than 0. And Arbor Up is an excellent, excellent card to hit here. Dirty Tricks is the name of that secret. Swindle is the draw a spell, combo, draw a minion. So we're going to pass turn. We go Gibberling, Coin, Innervate, Arbor Up next turn. And if he plays something on the board, we can even Lunar Eclipse, but we're going to have a full board, and we're just going to blow this guy out. It's going to end up being like a no contest. We hope. And I think we actually Lunar Eclipse on this just because we don't want to allow him to discount at least one more additional card. So Gibberling puts us to 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, play the Arbor Up. We need to make sure that we spend the mana, spend our mana generating cards first because we need the Lunar Eclipse discount to land on the Arbor Up. If you do that in the incorrect order, it's going to mess up your entire play. So we have a full board. Next turn we can Fungal Fortunes to refill our hand if we need to. We're going to need some help if we're going to end the game on the following turn, but this is basically a blowout play. He probably can't do anything that's going to prevent us from winning this game from this point. It is going to take us 2 turns unless we hit exactly Power of the Wild.
Don't let the door hit you.
But he is struggling to remove these minions.
Don't let the door
Actually,
hit
not
you.
struggling as much as I wish he was. Wow. Both Blackjack Stunners and a Shadow
Don't
Step.
let the door hit you.
But getting a Shadow Step out of his hand is good. We're still perfectly fine. He gave us a Gibberling back. It does cost 2, but he gave us a Gibberling back.
Too soon.
Still has his spell that he discovered from Wand Thief here. I think we actually just replay our Gibberling and we can go Guidance and Guidance. Get as wide as we can. And probably make the trades to be able to keep our Gibberling alive. I want to trade here. We don't know what this card is. Trading may not be exactly correct, but it prevents us from having to deal with ridiculous shenanigans. So we don't want to overload next turn in case we draw our other Arbor up, so we're just going to pick one of these. We'll take the Bog Beam. And we'll take Power of the Wild. And oh, unfortunate. So we got wrecked by the Bamboozle on that one. I did not see that coming. I was not expecting this deck to have Bamboozle in it. So unfortunately, that's a misplay on my part. We're just going to reload here. Thorn Growth is good. So next turn, 6 mana, we could potentially do something like Thorn Growth Sentries, double Power of the Wild. We could do Thorn Growth, Solar Eclipse, Power of the Wild. Just want to try to get wide again and start buffing up our board and doing some base damage here. Really didn't do anything at all. So we're going to go Solar Eclipse, Thorn Growth. Just trying to get wide. Buff everything. Pretty straightforward from here. I still feel like this game is going to be in the bag. The Bamboozle was unfortunate. We had to trade a lot. I do think he also got extremely lucky with the 5 mana that he got off of the Bamboozle. It probably shouldn't have hurt us as bad as it did, but it is what it is. We're still going to be just fine this game in this matchup. And the fact that he had 4 mana unspent last turn leads me to believe that his hand just isn't very useful right now.
So many options.
This turn we'll have a free Bog Beam for the rest of the game. Probably just looking at buffing up. I mean, especially with Pride's Fury, if all 5 of these minions stick, the Pride's Fury is going to make the board even more sticky. So once again here, he was able to remove a lot of our board, but he's having to use all of his resources to do it. At this point, I would even consider throwing out the 3 mana 2/2s. Definitely not good cards. I mean, we could also just Fungal Fortunes here. See what we hit. Double Lightning Bloom gives us 8 mana this turn. So go ahead and kill this. Play both these guys. Start going upstairs. Overloaded for 4 next turn. We can still potentially Lunar Eclipse and Pride's Fury if we need to. This game feels like it's dragging out unfortunately long, but we're going to get there. He's down to just 4 cards in hand. One Shadow Step gone, one Wicked Blade gone. Yeah, he's looking to generate secrets, so potentially, um, he's probably hoping for mage secrets here, like Counterspell and Ice Barrier. That Paladin spell could definitely be Noble Sacrifice. Yep, unfortunate there's a mage secret, so we're going to want to be careful with how we're approaching this next turn. And we're going to want to kill this guy. We don't want to lose to these shenanigans. Yep, there's the counter spell. So we'll take care of that. Kill those guys. Stay as wide as we can. Another mage secret could potentially be another counter spell. But we're probably looking to be able to kill him next turn anyway. Even if a Prod's Fury gets counterspelled, we have second Prod's Fury. Hopefully we can keep our board. Can't keep our board. So this is going to be the last turn of the game. He may just concede here. I mean, we can kill him with a hero power. If he plays Alex and goes up to 9, we still have lethal on board. There's just no way out for him at this point. We'll just have to see if he ropes us. And he concedes, so GG to our opponent. He did really well to be able to find the resources that he needed to remove our board as well as he did. But you can kind of see the win condition of this deck is just go wide, buff up, and go face. Fun deck to play, definitely has some really big turns where you get to create large boards and buff them up. So again, if you're trying to go for a personal best finish in Hearthstone this season, I would recommend this deck, and good luck with the climb.